Good afternoon, everyone. A fantastic CleftCon 2022 is going on. And Nisha, you have made my job much simpler. You have done the context setting already. COVID has taught everybody that how important health is. People are taking their physical health really seriously, but a very big aspect is your mental well-being. So where it all starts, and to talk about this, we have two eminent personalities on stage today with me. For Saranya Jaikumar, I will have to put on my specs because it's a long list of her achievements, so I'll read them out. I could not sort of remember it. So starting with Dr. Saranya. Dr. Saranya Kumar is the first doctorate in educational psychology from Chennai, who works with schools, colleges, Tamil Nadu Police Department, government's Samagra Siksha program. She is also a member of Tamil Nadu Commission for Protection of Child Rights and is a well-being consultant practitioner specializing in helping children and adolescents. What many people do not know that Dr. Saranya Jaikumar was born with cleft, and she is now an active voice in raising and generating awareness regarding cleft in the entire community. The other panelist with me today is, you all must be knowing Dr. S.C. Sood. Dr. Sood is a cleft surgeon, and he is also a Smile Train project director at two of our partner hospitals in Delhi, Sant Parmanand Hospital and Max Shalimar Bagh. Welcome both of you. Dr. Saranya, my first question to you, or not even question, I would just want to know what your first memory as a child, and then what your journey took. Why did you decide on taking this field, which is very important? We have heard so many proud children sharing that the confidence that they have developed. So tell us more about that, please.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for having me, bringing me all the way from Tamil Nadu to Delhi to speak about my cleft lip and my journey, which I haven't done earlier at all. I've probably forgotten that I was born cleft lip because of so many other things I did in the journey. See, I'll tell you, poverty, low caste, girl child, cleft lip, bad combination. I was born into a family of the Dobi community south of Tamil Nadu, where people were not of that community were not allowed to wear slippers, were not allowed to enter the homes of others. So I remember my grandparents were not allowed to enter others' homes. They were asked to come backside, get dirty clothes, and just leave, wash the clothes in the river, and get them back to their house. So my father didn't like this environment, so he moved to Chennai with my mother with nothing but a bag of clothes. Nothing, no education. My mother and father never went to school, cannot speak one word of English, good in Tamil though, but had the thought of living life successfully one day. So that little energy brought them to Chennai. They got married, and with the little money that the friends gave, they got a house for rent, and then they started living there. And then when my mother was pregnant in just 3 months of marriage, they decided not to continue having this baby because of poverty. So my mother wanted to go and abort. She did so many other things to try and abort at home, but it didn't work. So they went for abortion, and the gynecologist there said, see, if the person sitting outside is your husband, I think you should continue having this baby because you're already 31 years old. And if that is an extramarital affair, it's okay. I think for your safety, we will try and go ahead with this abortion. My mother burst out into tears and she said, no, whatsoever. I am one unlucky idiot. My husband is one unlucky idiot. Let this girl also be like that. It's okay. Or this child also be like that. It's okay. Let me give birth to this child. So no vitamins taken, no proper food given to my mother. I totally understand. And then when I was born, my mother was furious with the doctor because she thought during the C-section, the doctor cut my face. Because the cleft lip, nobody knew anything about the cleft lip. It was a C-section, and 5,000 rupees had to be paid to the hospital. My father did not have that money. So to get that money ready itself took about 1 week, and that 1 week I was in the hospital only at St. Isabel's, Chennai. And after that, when I was growing up, nobody knew what this was. They probably then there were people in my village who said, "This is evil. I think you should kill this baby because this is evil. Babies cannot be born like this. We don't know what this is. So please kill this baby." Is the advice that was given to my mother. My mother and father fought so much to keep me living in the first place. Surgery was not even an option. And then I grew up. I was given education by a local nun who paid my fees from a charity association. All that was told to me is nothing matters in life, but only education can bring you up. So I always studied very, very well. So then only they will keep continuing to pay my fees. I studied very well. And only at the age of like 10, I remember that my friends are telling that you look something different when you smile. You're not able to close your mouth properly. You're always showing your teeth in class, and teachers thinking you're laughing all the time. I think you should go and find out what is wrong with your face. Then only I'm starting to think, oh my God, then there is really some, because we didn't have large mirrors in my house where I can always keep looking at my face. We were not all that conscious, you know how we were as children, not like children these days. No, but so, and then I realized that I fought with my mother to take me to a doctor to find out what this is. And then there was a doctor who told her, this is a cleft lip. This is a condition that the child is born with, probably genetic, all these stories. And from that day, I wanted to get a surgery done because people were aware. There were surgeons for this in Chennai. And my father said, no, I can't afford all this. What are you thinking? I cannot do. At the age of 14, I eloped from home. I ran away from home. I went to Ramakrishna Mission, Chennai. I stayed there for a week. I said, I'm not going back home. Only when you do a surgery, I will go back home. I want to smile confidently. Please. And then my father said, okay, let's go and request some doctor. Dr. Balaji from Chennai. He did a free surgery for me because my father could not afford that surgery. Trust me, from then I was a different person on the whole. The surgery was 100% success or no, I don't know. I still have discoloration, which I cover up with lipstick, okay? But somewhere within me, I am super confident. I was always a first rank holder. From people calling me Saranya, a cleft lip girl, people started calling me Saranya, first rank girl. So that's the best memory I have.
And then what made you choose this career, Sharanya?
See, as I told you, I was always a first rank holder. And then when you get 98% in your 12th standard, what else do you do? Engineering. Okay, so I also joined an engineering college in government quota. I did my BTech IT. I got placed in TCS. I was in the research department. I worked with children from Bihar and Orissa because we were digitizing their textbooks as a part of a research project. And then I met a lot of children that I thought I have to speak to them about a lot of things because I know what my poverty has shown me, the value of so many things in life, value of education, how much education can improve one person's life. So then I thought then I learned that there's something called educational psychology, which was not there in Tamil Nadu at that point. So I did my MSc psychology at Madras University, my diploma in education from University of Essex, London, and then my 7 years doctorate in educational psychology from Rajasthan under Dr. O.P. Sharma. And then I worked at AIMS Delhi for a year and then got trained in child rights at the Prime Minister's office for 6 months. Then in the meantime, when I was 21, I also got married. I don't really mention about that anywhere. I got married. I have 2 daughters. And then I returned to Chennai to start practicing as a well-being practitioner, an educational psychologist. I am the mentor for more than 16 groups of institutions, schools, colleges. From last year, I'm also the member of the State Child Rights Commission. And as a member of the State Child Rights Commission, I've visited more than 750 schools, raising awareness about cleft lip, about sexual abuse, and about the importance of choosing your career at 9th standard or 10th standard itself.
Wonderful. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Dr. Sood, you are a cleft surgeon. You have so far treated maybe hundreds and thousands of cleft affected children and have met their parents. So you are basically the first touch point for a family where a cleft child is born. You see children from day one. throughout their cleft journey. They will be requiring multiple surgeries and all. So, as a surgeon, you also play a role of counseling the parents, of counseling patients. So, do you recall a story which you could share with the audience today, or what would you like to share? That what sort of confusions, clarifications? How do you counsel them basically going when they meet you?
Okay, let me start by narrating a small incident which happened some days back when I was sitting in my doctor's lounge in my hospital. And there was a heart surgeon who was sitting there and he was talking about some great heart surgery he did in a 70-year-old man and who lived for another 10 years because what he did. And there was a brain surgeon who removed a big tumor from a person's brain. And they were boasting about their skills, and then they turned to me and they said, Dr. Sood, what did you do? And I said that last week, one of my patients got a job. And that is the joy of being a plastic surgeon, and that's what I do. And that is the feeling you want to have every day you sit in your OPD and see. I had a patient last week, right? And when I asked this girl's name, Kanaya would remember that, she said, my daughter's name is Muffy. I said, why did you name your daughter Muffy? She said, we pray to God for forgiveness of the sins which has led to the birth of this girl in our house. So I insisted, and finally they've come back again and they have changed the name. But then, the Indian parents are very different. Indian parents are so obsessed with their children. My half Americanized son, when I tell him that, why don't you do something? And he is now finally said, like when he was a kid, Dad, you're a typical Indian parent, you don't find peace till you call me 10 times a day. So Indian parents are so obsessed with their children. And talking of very poor families, these people who don't have enough means to, live without their daily wages. So once you talk of these families and they have a child, a normal child born into their family, they look at the child from various angles. There are various things attached to their thinking, their psychology. And first is the joy of having a child. All parents enjoy that, having a kid, playing with them, bringing them up. Then they attach their dreams to their children. I couldn't achieve it, but this, he'll grow and he'll become something good. I didn't have the opportunities, I'll give him that opportunity to do it. And then they also somewhere in their mind have that feeling that once they go old, these are the people who are going to look after them. But what happens when a cleft child is born on the house? So I feel there are two kinds of reactions. There are parents who are very aggressive. And fortunately, we heard a lot of cleft people here who were great success stories. And their parents, I'm sure, played a great role having it. And then there is a group of parents who would say, this child is not likely to fulfill the dreams I have. I have to do some extra hard work to bring this child to normalcy. Maybe he'll never become normal. Maybe he'll never have a normal job. And he'll always be a burden on me and my family for the rest of their life. I see kids who born in such an environment, as they grow, they practically give up. They accept failure as a part of their destiny. And howsoever hard you motivate, my son's friend's cousin, 18 years, severe cleft triple, if I call it, and he motivated him. I motivated. He said, I don't want another surgery. This is what I am. It's that psychology which we have to fight. And that, being a surgeon for poorest of the poor in my area, that is the struggle I have to go through day in, day out. Her story is so inspirational, and her interactions with her parents, which were so extremely poor. And so I look at her to give us all a solution, to make me wiser how to deal with these parents and these children.
Yeah, so Dr. Sood has asked the questions as I was about to ask you. first, two aspects I would like you to address. The first question is regarding the self-esteem and social isolation, which kids realize when they are entering adolescence, basically. Before that, they are very protective in the family. So that is my first question. How, not even cleft child, I would say every child has some sort, because everybody is different. So how should they deal with it? And the second question is how the family should take this up. What were your suggestions to the family to help their children take this journey forward?
See, answering the first question, body shaming is something that teenagers today are facing every single day of their life. Psychology says the most stressful age of human being is 14 to 18. We think only when we start working, only when we have a family, we have to manage the expenses of the family, we get stressed. No. Most stressed age is 14 to 18, when they start really bothering about their appearances, about what they're going to do in life. Friendship and the love is more important than anything else in life at that point, isn't it? So that's when exactly children start to feel a little bad about themselves. And talking about children who are a little stout, children with cleft lip, children with dark skin, they really go through a lot in that phase. They don't have the confidence to face the world. They are not being able to be productive in whatever they are doing. Many a times, counselors, teachers, parents, none of their words work. When they are with good company, when they are with good friends, they are so much more productive. They must have friends who make them feel good about themselves. Whether or not the others are making them feel bad doesn't matter. One friend who can say, Macha, you're super da, very nice. That is the only thing that they need. So, coming to the second question, gradually, parents must encourage children of that age to have a good company, good friendship. Many a times parents come and, try and sit and overdo their job. They come and sit and say, okay, come, let's speak, family time. Sometimes the child gets really irritated, sir, very irritated. Why should I even talk to you? You can't even understand what I'm going through. And their unnecessary advice, they come and feed on that child, totally unnecessary. Sometimes it's okay to just let them go and be themselves. Let them make mistakes. Let them learn it their way. Too much of interference is also not good. There are parents, I know, especially girls, parents of daughters who are extremely overprotective. Ammo, darling, so sweet. And I've seen daughters sit in their father's lap and hug their father, kiss their father, and be very nice with their father. And then this girl will expect the same thing with the husband. It's very difficult to let go of that bond with her own family. So we have to understand, we still live in a country where a woman is uprooted from where she's living, then placed in another place in the name of marriage, change name, change identity, brought up differently with different values, and then have to, live a totally different life in a different family and still be very happy, very productive, take care of everybody, isn't it? So when parents overdo their job, they become a failure in parenting. Sometimes you need to let go. Sometimes parents should learn to say no to their children. It's okay, don't get them everything they want. Sometimes children feel bad. You say, it's okay, you'll be okay. Come on, let's do. Sitting and spending 2 hours and talking about it is only going to worsen the situation.
So sometimes it's a fine line, Dr. Saranya, which I feel, because I only have one child. So either I was succeeding in bringing him up or I was failing completely in bringing him up. So we don't know as parents also, because younger, when you are, when a child is born in the family, that's what happens, that parents also, they are learning to be parents. So they don't know. So what I think is, it's okay if you are failing. You will fall, doesn't matter. There will be somebody, but that first step you need to take to give your hand so that somebody can support to pull you up, right? So when you pulled up, maybe next time if you are falling, you will get up yourself. और अगर आप अपने आप नहीं भी उठे तो आपको संभालने वाले बहुत हैं. है ना? लेकिन अगली बार अगर आप गिरोगे उठोगे तो अगली बार मे बी जो दूसरा गिर रहा होगा आप उसको भी उठाने की मदद करोगे. So with those words, I will leave. I would want some audience also if they want to ask some questions because they've been listening patiently for such a long time. किसी कोई माँ बाप यहाँ पर हैं या बच्चे जो हैं जिनको आज आज हमने सुना है डॉक्टर शरण्या से या डॉक्टर सूद से कोई अगर आपके सवाल हो तो अगर आप पूछना चाहें. Nisha is
One thing
pointing.
in my
Yeah,
in
sure.
my experience, what I didn't get in my childhood, I really urge all the parents to do. I want parents to be good listeners. It really, really matters. When your child is wanting to talk to you, don't throw your advice and start talking. You're only eating their time. Sit and listen. When you start listening, so many problems are solved in the family. Children come up with so many new things that even you will be surprised. Oh my God, my daughter knows so much, my child knows so much. This is what my daughter is thinking, is what you will know. So, parents must become good listeners. And to all my other cleft lip friends here and other children, I will say, grow, be productive, be the best wherever you are. Let your work speak. The world will forget about your cleft lip. Trust me, in my experience, I will tell you. If your work is going to speak, if you are going to be productive, if you're going to be successful, people are going to talk only about that. This is just going to be secondary. You will have to start living a life like that, I must say. And one little surprise I have for all of you today, I didn't share it with any of you today. I came all the way from in fact, I was traveling the entire last week. I was in Madurai, Tirunelveli, Kanyakumari, from Trivandrum to Delhi today. Tomorrow I'm returning to Chennai. Today I've got an appointment with the chairperson of the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, Shri Priyank Anuguji, and I am going to represent very strongly to amend the Right to Persons with Disabilities Act to include the cleft lip also. And the second point on my meeting agenda with him is to connect all the district maternal and child health officers together to form a community so they can be connected with Smile Train India, because they are the first point of contact for any child being born in even villages, any government hospital, any villages. So they will be able to give you data. They will be able to connect you with many other families, even in small villages throughout India. I will definitely get this done through the National Commission. I will do it. It's my word.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharanya, for joining this train and taking the journey forward. So I'll end it over here with a small two-liner, this thing that may all be happy, may all be healthy. God bless each and every one of you over here. And join hands, take a pledge. Even if you don't know an individual who is affected by cleft, but please listen to us, spread the word around, and take this journey forward. Thank you once again to both our panelists. Thank you.